What's going on in Philadelphia? That's the question everybody's asking right now. From quiet uncertainty to wild speculation, the Eagles' offseason has taken a sharp turn into the unpredictable. And right at the heart of it all is one name, Dallas Goedert. Now, imagine this. The New York Giants, yes, the same Giants that Philly fans love to hate, are reportedly doing their homework on Goedert. The rumor mill started slow, with whispers about New York's dissatisfaction at tight end, concerns over Darren Waller's commitment to football, and the possibility that they be willing to make a bold move to fix it. And then, suddenly, the name Dallas Goedert started popping up in conversations that felt just a little too real. Is this just smoke with no fire? Maybe. But in this league, where smoke usually means a 5-alarm blaze is just over the hill, nobody's taking this lightly. Trading Dallas Goedert to a division rival? That would be a nuclear decision. But at the same time, the tight end market is shifting fast. The cap's going up, rookie contracts are cheaper than ever, and the Eagles know they'll have to pay big money soon to keep their young core intact. Goedert is still one of the most complete tight ends in the NFL. Strong blocker, reliable hands, elite chemistry with Jalen Hurts. But he's also turning 30 next season. If the Eagles are thinking 2 or 3 years ahead, this might be the time to sell high. Still, it will be a seismic move. Goedert has been more than just a piece in this offense. He's been a leader, a tone setter, a safety valve for Hurts when the play breaks down. Losing him wouldn't just impact the passing game. It would reshape the entire offensive identity. And that's where this conversation gets even more complicated. Because lately, identity is something the Eagles have been getting questioned on a lot. Former players have been loud in their criticism. The word soft has been thrown around more than once. Analysts are calling the Eagles unfocused, lacking a clear edge, and unsure of who they are post-Super Bowl run. And for a team that once prided itself on physicality, on dominating both sides of the line, and on punching opponents in the mouth, that kind of talk hits deep, especially coming off a season where they collapsed down the stretch and got embarrassed in the playoffs. And right in the middle of all of this, both the criticism and the speculation, is Jalen Hurts, the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, the man who went from second-round pick to MVP candidate in a heartbeat. There's no denying Hurts has taken heat this offseason. People are questioning his leadership, his decision-making, his body language. But here's the thing. Hurts hasn't flinched. Not once. He's been locked in, working, staying silent while the noise gets louder. That's who he is. That's who he's always been. And if there's anyone who's going to answer the critics, it's Hurts. The Eagles have built this offense around him, and despite the changes, the coaching carousel, the media drama, he remains the anchor. He knows what this city demands. He knows what the standard is. And make no mistake, there's still confidence inside that locker room. Still belief that this team can get back to the top. But if they're serious about that, then this offseason becomes critical. Every move, every decision, whether it's keeping Goedert, finding a new identity on defense, or silencing the noise around the locker room, it all has to align. There's no room for half measures anymore. The NFC East isn't forgiving. The 49ers are still the bullies on the block. The Lions are coming. And then, of course, there's Dallas. Yeah, the Cowboys. You didn't think we'd forget them, did you? The rivalry is simmering, maybe more intense now than it's been in years. The Cowboys think they've got the edge. Micah Parsons is talking. Dak Prescott's got something to prove. And every time someone counts Dallas out, they come back louder, more obnoxious, more convinced that this is finally their year. But Philly doesn't back down. Not now. Not ever. So here we are. Dallas Goedert in the middle of trade rumors. Former players throwing haymakers in the media. Jalen Hurts under the microscope. And the Cowboys lurking, waiting, hoping the Eagles implode from the inside. It's the perfect storm, but maybe that's exactly what this team needs. Because pressure like this, it exposes the cracks, or it forges something unbreakable. And as the Eagles enter one of the most important off-seasons in years, we're about to find out exactly what kind of foundation this team is built on. When you look at where the Philadelphia Eagles are right now, you can't separate it from the fingerprints of Howie Roseman. Love him or hate him, this team reflects his vision, his urgency, and his willingness to take chances when most GMs would stand still. He's the architect behind the team that won the Super Bowl in 2017. The one who pulled the trigger on the Jalen Hurts pick when everyone questioned the logic. The man who flipped Carson Wentz into assets and built an offense that dominated the NFC less than 2 years ago. And now, once again, he's at crossroads. Because here's the thing about Howie. He doesn't do comfort zones. He doesn't get nostalgic. When he sees a window closing, he breaks a wall to build a new one. If he believes trading Dallas Goedert makes the team younger, cheaper, and more explosive, he'll do it. If he thinks moving up in the draft to grab a future playmaker resets the offensive timeline and gives Hurts a new weapon, he'll find a way. It's not personal, it's business. And Roseman is never afraid to play hardball, even with fan favorites. But that comes with a cost. In a locker room already reeling from a playoff collapse and questions about chemistry, trading away a trusted veteran like Goddard could shake the foundation. This isn't just about XS and OS. It's about identity. It's about who Hurts trusts on 3rd and 7 when the pocket collapses and the defense brings pressure. It's about the tone in the huddle, the energy in practice, and the emotional heartbeat of a team trying to find itself again. And for all the talent still on this roster, that heartbeat has been faint lately. You can feel it in the way the defense wilted late last season. You could see it in the eyes of the offensive line when frustration boiled over. The Eagles looked like a team running on fumes, weighed down by expectation, uncertainty, and a sense that the magic from their Super Bowl run had evaporated. That's where leadership matters. And not just from the quarterback. From guys like Jason Kelce, now gone. From Fletcher Cox, also gone. From veterans who knew how to steady the ship when things got rocky. With those voices missing, the next wave has to step up. And that's where the pressure gets very, very real. Because you can't coach leadership. You either have it or you don't. And right now, it's unclear if the new core has the fire to carry the torch. That's why this offseason is so crucial. It's not just about fixing scheme issues or upgrading talent. It's about setting a new tone. About choosing who the Eagles want to be in 2025 and beyond. Are they going to double down on what worked in the past? Run heavy, bruising, methodical football? Or will they evolve into something faster, more unpredictable, more explosive? It starts with the draft. It starts with free agency. But it also starts in the locker room. With Hurts. With Devonta Smith. With Jordan Davis. With whoever's next in line to lead. We also have projections for the Patriots next week. Well, Campbell, no surprise there. But what I really like at pick 38 is Kenneth Grant. Grant would be an incredible addition. Many project him as a late first-rounder. I've seen several mocks with him going to Detroit. If he's available at 38, it's a fantastic value. He could start immediately or be a great rotational piece. That would be a smart move. At pick 69, we return to Kyle Williams or possibly an offensive lineman from West Virginia. That's not a bad option either, though I personally prefer Ratledge. When it comes to receivers, it's not as simple as saying they must draft one. What's the logic behind selecting Kyle Williams? He can stretch the defense. Other receivers are available too. There's Higgins, not a lesser version of McMillan, but that's the comparison, same frame, just not as refined or dynamic in route running. So what do you think? Is this an accurate outlook for the draft? What would you change? What do you expect to happen differently? And wait, I'm not done yet. Let's continue through the list quickly. Ashton Gillette from Louisville, an edge rusher, would be a great 4th-round pick. I do expect them to draft an edge. Then there's Trevor Etienne, a running back. Not a bad option either. The question is whether he fits the team's vision. And yes, he's the younger brother of Travis Etienne from Clemson. Then we look at linebacker Stutzman from Oklahoma. Interesting guy, always wears that cowboy collar, a symbol of toughness for anyone who's played the game. There's also a tight end to consider. Gene Bell was drafted last year out of Florida State. Is this offense headed for a shift in direction? We'll find out. A 7th-round pick doesn't guarantee a roster spot. Finally, there's Borgelis, possibly mispronounced, one of the top-rated kickers. If they want him, they should take him. Again, leave your thoughts below on Williams, Ratledge, Borgelis, or any other prospect. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Could Fred Warner be heading to the New England Patriots? The idea has been making waves in NFL circles, and it's hard to ignore the growing buzz surrounding this potential blockbuster move. As one of the league's most dominant linebackers, Fred Warner's name has been linked to various teams in the past, but this rumor has sparked serious intrigue. Known for his stellar performances on the field, his exceptional leadership, and his uncanny ability to disrupt offenses, Warner could add a new dimension to the Patriots' defense. But could the Patriots make the move to land him? The question on everyone's mind is whether New England can pull off a trade for the dynamic linebacker. Warner, a third-round pick by the San Francisco 49ers in the 2018 NFL Draft, has already established himself as one of the league's elite linebackers. His performance in the 2023 season, in which he racked up 132 tackles for interceptions and 2.5 sacks, proved his consistency and ability to impact the game in every way possible. He earned Pro Bowl and All-Pro honors for a reason, showcasing his talent week after week. His leadership on and off the field made him the beating heart of a defense that was among the best in the NFL. As the 49ers' key defensive piece, it's no surprise that teams are now looking to tap into that potential, and the Patriots are reportedly interested in securing Warner's services for their own defensive lineup. Why would the Patriots make such a move? The answer lies in their defense's recent struggles and Bill Belichick's need for a game-changing player in the middle of the field. Despite a solid defensive unit, the Patriots have been searching for a linebacker capable of making an immediate impact. Warner's ability to cover the field, read plays, and attack from different angles makes him a perfect fit for the Patriots' defensive scheme. His playmaking ability, as seen in his memorable interception return against New England in 2024, is exactly what the Patriots need to bolster their defense and make a deep postseason run. But acquiring Warner would be no easy task. The 49ers are known for their staunch defense, and giving up a player of Warner's caliber would certainly be a tough decision. However, the Patriots have the resources and the leverage to make a compelling trade offer. With salary cap space and several valuable draft picks at their disposal, New England could put together a package that would convince the 49ers to part with their star linebacker. The question remains, will Belichick make the call? If he does, it could reshape the entire landscape of the AFC. The potential arrival of Fred Warner to New England would send shockwaves throughout the NFL. A player of his caliber is capable of changing the fortunes of any team. And if Warner joins the Patriots, it would mark a defining moment in the franchise's pursuit of another Super Bowl title. The Patriots have long been known for their defensive prowess, and with Warner at the heart of their defense, they could once again rise to prominence as one of the league's most fearsome units. For now, fans can only hope that this thrilling possibility comes to fruition, because if it does, it could mark the beginning of a new era of dominance for the New England Patriots. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. In a shocking turn of events, the Philadelphia Eagles could soon welcome a new weapon to their already explosive offense. Kendrick Bourne, a name that stirred both excitement and heartbreak during the 2023 NFL season, could be on the verge of donning an Eagles jersey. After an offseason riddled with injuries and uncertainty, could the wide receiver be the missing piece to push the Eagles' offense over the top in 2024? With his blend of speed, skill, and game-breaking ability, Bourne could make a major impact on the Eagles' high-powered attack. Bourne's 2023 season was a roller coaster. In Week 1, he exploded for 6 receptions, 64 yards, and 2 touchdowns in a heart-wrenching 25-20 loss to the Eagles, a performance that showed just how dangerous he can be. But his promising season was cut short when he tore his ACL in a Week 8 loss to the Miami Dolphins, forcing him onto injured reserve. His journey back to health has been a long one, but after signing a 3-year extension with the New England Patriots in March 2024, Bourne is ready to take the field again, this time with a new sense of purpose. Though Bourne has spent much of his career with the Patriots and previously with the San Francisco 49ers, the prospect of joining a Super Bowl contender like the Eagles would be an enticing one. The Eagles' offense, with its dynamic quarterback Jalen Hurts and explosive weapons like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, could see Bourne as the final puzzle piece. His ability to stretch the field, along with his physicality and strong hands, would be a huge addition to an offense already known for its versatility. But the road to the Eagles isn't without challenges. Bourne still faces the aftermath of his torn ACL, and his ability to return to his previous form is a question mark for many analysts. However, if he can shake off the rust and remain healthy, he could bring the kind of deep threat potential that the Eagles have been seeking. A fresh start in a high-octane offense could be exactly what Bourne needs to return to the heights he reached earlier in his career. Kendrick Bourne's playing style is defined by his ability to create separation through his crisp route running and explosive bursts off the line of scrimmage. A versatile receiver, Bourne can operate both outside and in the slot, offering flexibility to any offense. He's not the fastest player on the field, but his quickness and body control allow him to make defenders miss, especially after the catch. Bourne excels at creating space with subtle, nuanced moves and has shown a knack for finding the end zone when it matters most. For the Eagles, this type of playmaking ability could complement their already lethal passing attack, adding another reliable target for Jalen Hurts. In addition to his on-field skills, Bourne's personality is one that could thrive in the Eagles' locker room. Known for his positive attitude and unselfish approach to the game, Bourne could bring a level of leadership that complements the high-energy culture fostered by head coach Nick Sirianni. Despite his individual talents, Bourne is a team-first player, always willing to do the little things that help his team win, whether it's blocking on running plays or supporting his teammates during tough stretches. His approach fits perfectly with the Eagles' philosophy of hard work, unity, and resilience. Bourne's presence could help elevate the play of the Eagles' wide receiver core, offering not only depth, but a versatile skill set that can attack defenses in a variety of ways. A player like him would give Jalen Hurts yet another weapon to utilize on crucial third downs or in the red zone. With A.J. Brown drawing the top coverage, Bourne could slip under the radar and provide Hurts with a dependable outlet, capable of making plays when the defense least expects it. His ability to stretch the field vertically could open up more opportunities for the Eagles' other receivers and even their running backs in passing situations. Under Nick Sirianni's leadership, who thrives on adaptability and maximizing player strengths, Bourne could thrive in a system that emphasizes quick decision-making and creative offensive schemes. Sirianni's offense demands receivers who can move fluidly, adjust on the fly, and contribute to a multifaceted attack. Bourne's football IQ and experience with various offensive systems make him an ideal fit. If healthy, he could become a key component of the Eagles' efforts to repeat their success in the NFC and beyond, bringing a mix of veteran savvy and explosive potential to their already formidable roster. For Eagles fans, the possibility of Bourne joining the team is both exciting and filled with potential. As training camp approaches, all eyes will be on whether the Eagles can strike a deal to bring the talented receiver into the fold. If they do, Bourne could be the playmaker that catapults them to even greater heights in the NFC. In the fast-paced world of the NFL, sometimes the most intriguing storylines come from the unlikeliest of places. Could Kendrick Bourne be the next name to help the Eagles soar? Only time will tell. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.